Spiritual awakening anxiety and panic attacks are caused by the fact that our bodies are changing its vibration and energy levels, and this can be very frightening. It is also partly due to the fact that there is certain information that we uncover about ourselves which changes our perception of the social norms and social behaviors that we are used to. Our priorities suddenly shift, and you may find that you are no longer finding your job fulfilling. You may find that your life is falling apart, and everything about the concept of who you are is shattered into pieces and vanishes. Join me as I will be discussing some of my personal experiences with spiritual awakening and spiritual awakening anxiety. Also, I'll be sharing some of the tips that I use in order to make the spiritual awakening transition more comfortable. I would like to add that this video assumes that you have already been examined medically and mentally and have been given a clean bill of health, as the symptoms discussed in this video may be caused by something other than the spiritual awakening process. As research and understanding is the first step in calming spiritual awakening anxiety, the symptoms and experiences shared in this video in order to help others may be different for each individual. If you're a healer like myself, the symptoms may be amplified in order for us to be able to learn how to heal ourselves physically before healing others. During a spiritual awakening, the heart chakra opens up in order to allow us to learn how to feel, love, and express our true emotions. The problem is when this happens, the physical heart becomes more sensitive to energy shifts. In my case, for example, when I would come in contact with the auras of other people, my heart would beat faster, or I would experience palpitations. And at times, even when I would come in contact with appliances or fluorescent lights in the ceiling, the electromagnetic energy would actually cause pressure in my chest that I would have to use a grounding technique such as walking in nature barefooted or meditation in order to expel that excess energy. I found that the Wim Hof method was very helpful in calming my nervous system and calming my symptoms. This method basically deals with taking a series of deep breaths in a certain interval in order to calm your autonomous nervous system and clearing any anxiety symptoms you might have. Your hormones can be all over the place during a spiritual awakening. Their primary function from a spiritual standpoint is to carry messages from the chakras to the organs they work with. If there's an imbalance in a chakra, for example, certain stress hormones such as cortisol or adrenaline can be released, which will throw your body into a fight or flight response, making you think that you're dying or there's something serious happening to the body when that's not the case. In my personal experience, I had an increase of adrenaline or epinephrine, which caused my blood pressure to raise, and I had restlessness for literally weeks on end, and I would wake up in the middle of the night. During the day, I was very fatigued and sometimes lacked the strength to go upstairs. I had 2 physical exams and blood work done in 2 different places and was given a clean bill of health. It was just given instructions to rest. The digestive system is also sensitive to energy shifts. This is why emotional trauma can lead to an imbalance in your solar plexus chakra and cause indigestion or acid reflux. In my case, I would experience bloating or pain in the stomach area that would indirectly raise my blood pressure, and I would feel pain in the underarm or in my shoulder area that wouldn't allow me to sit in a certain posture. I alleviated this through drinking more water in order to clean my system. Also, I would cut my food into 6 smaller portions and took the time to chew my food well in order to help with digestion. My body would not allow me to consume anything that had to do with dairy products or that contained meat at this time in my spiritual awakening. With the exception of yogurt, which has the bacteria to help digest lactose. And this I use as my own personal hack. I could not eat processed sugars or anything containing greasy fat such as French fries. I later discovered that these types of foods take a lot of energy from the body to digest and block certain functions such as third eye functionality. For this reason, every time I would try to eat some of these types of foods, I learned that they caused more trips to the bathroom as my body was trying to purge itself of this energy and would not let it return. The Earth is being updated to a 5-dimensional quantum energy. Also, there is a chaos energy that is stronger than before. This causes challenges to the brain during a spiritual awakening, and it literally is being rewired not only to support the changes in the nervous system, but to process that quantum energy and messages from the spiritual realm. In my case, I felt a certain level of mental fatigue and forgetfulness. My nervous system would be dealing with what seemed to be a cloud of negativity when I would walk in public. As I would feel the emotions of others, it made me want to shelter myself in my home for a time. Material or luxury items didn't have the same value that I used to place on them before, and I would question previous traditions and beliefs that I were taught. At times, I felt that my body was going through the motions as I would walk in public as if something else was in control of my consciousness and I was just along for the ride. This is a typical symptom, and for me eventually passed through doing soul work for personal improvement. Despite the symptoms discussed in this video, spiritual awakening is a great thing. And as with any great thing, there's a process to go through in order to experience that greatness. I hope you found my video informative and helpful. Please subscribe to my channel in order to be notified for any new videos or live feeds. Thank you so much.